Good morning. It is 7:47 a.m. on Wednesday, June the 2nd, 2021. I'm Christiana Ellis, and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. I did just get up, but it's been kind of a slow getting up. I certainly had. I'm working from home today, so don't have to get quite as prepared to get out the door or anything like that. But gotta get ready to do the things. Um, so yesterday I gave into temptation and I purchased a big Lego set. Or rather, I ordered it and it's back ordered, so I won't get it for a little while. But I don't know if you guys saw the photos or whatever online, but there's a new Lego Daily Bugle set. And it's a great big one, so it's kind of expensive as Lego sets go. But I don't, I love Legos so much, and I, generally speaking, for a long time now, have been relatively firm with myself on the in the basis of like I really deeply love the aesthetic of the Lego, and I enjoy the process of building it. But often, what happens is that I build the Lego set, and then I'm like, aha, okay. Now what? Now, what I could theoretically do, and this has been recommended to me before, is if I were being careful while assembling the Lego set, I could potentially, later disassemble it and then donate it, and give someone else the pleasure that I had of building the set. This Daily Bugle one, I don't know, maybe what I will do is I will pay enough attention, like I'll hang on to the box and any extra pieces that come along. And so then if I ever get to a point where like I'm tired of seeing it on a shelf or something, then I can do that. And usually I'm not proactive about these things. But here's the point. It's a gigantic model of the Daily Bugle building, which is the newspaper building from Spider-Man comics, and it's got a whole bunch of different Spider-Man little minifigs on it, and a whole bunch of just little action things, and it's got a Jonah Jameson figure, and it's got all the different ones that you'd want from the Into the Spider-Verse, meaning there's Miles and Gwen and Spider-Ham, and there's Blade and Mysterio and Sandman and Daredevil. It's ridiculous. And you know what? I own it. I'm a Spider-Man fan. I am, and I'm just really excited for it. So it's a chunk of change, so to speak. But I've been good for a long time, Lego related, and I'm looking forward to that one. So in other news and slightly less fun news, not like in a bad way, but just in a I had an interaction on Twitter yesterday that was a little disappointing, where I wanted to reflect on whether it was me that was the problem in this instance. Because to give some context, um, I definitely am someone who thinks that not every opinion on Twitter merits or it is an opportunity or a request for feedback. So there are plenty of times where, in particular, there's a situation where, hypothetically, let's say there's a thing that I like, and I am talking about, oh my gosh, how much do I like this thing? I love it so much, yay. And then that's the extent of what I say. I don't say, and what did you think? I don't say, does anyone want to try to talk me out of it? Or whatever. But then you will sometimes get replies that are like, no, actually it's pretty dumb, and this is why. And it's like, not sure that's called for. But what happened yesterday is that someone was talking about the Mayor of Easttown finale, which, I'll accept. I'd certainly accept that it isn't perfect, but they were trying to criticize. They were basically saying I basically liked it, but it bothered me that there were a couple of things that they didn't really answer, and at least a couple of the things that they listed, I feel like. I mean, it's fair to criticize the show for not being very clear about it, but the show did answer those things, I thought. And so I was trying to be helpful of saying, "Oh no, though it did actually answer those." But their response was to like argue with me about like, "No, those answers aren't right." And I'm like, "But you're saying they didn't answer it at all." And now what you're saying is you don't find those answers satisfying. And it's like, okay, but. And so I don't want to make too big a deal about it because it didn't get heated or anything, mostly just because I withdrew from the engagement once it became clear that there was a lot of, like, I mean, for example, in a show, when you have a character when you have a character do one thing and then later do another thing that seemingly contradicts with the first one, maybe the intent is that the character is complex, not that it makes no sense that they would do the second thing. Okay, so I'm complaining at this point, but I was just a little frustrated with that of, like, when I'm pointing out, like, uh, you know what, it's not worth going into any further than that. I'm excited about Legos. This is not this is not a request for people to comment on the video saying how they think Legos are a waste of money, or that this set looks dumb, or that Spider-Man is dumb. Don't do it. I will not be happy with you, and I will not reward that behavior with the feedback that you're looking for. All right. Anyway, I will leave it there for now, and I'll talk to you all tomorrow for 5 more minutes.